Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to take a quick second, Pisces, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Pisces out there. So guys, really just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? All right, your energy is coming out very readily. All right, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. We have the Five of Swords reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. So there's something to do with a karmic cycle or a karmic lesson that's taking place. It's revolving around the ending of either a marriage or a long-term relationship. Now with the Five of Swords reversed, I do feel like that conflict is ending. It likely ended in some sort of conflict, and that conflict is ending, and it looks as if there's some sort of a new beginning here that's trying to come in. Now, whether it's with the same person or someone new, we shall see. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Hangman in the reverse. We have the Queen of Cups and the Three of Wands in the reverse. Oof. So this person is impatient to be with you, talk to you. There's a lot of impatience. I feel like this person was waiting. And now that wait is over. This person definitely loves you. They're highly focused on you. So I do feel like this. I do feel like this is somebody that was waiting. I can't tell yet if this is a past person or someone new, but what I can tell you is that they are really focused on you. Yeah, really focused on you, and they were waiting for something with regard to love. Let me see the energy between Pisces and this person. Show me the energy. They're looking at your connection. King of Swords. Okay, so you could be dealing with another Pisces, a Scorpio, Cancer, or a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's been some honest communication between the two of you. I do feel like that honest communication made this person view this relationship from a whole different perspective. Yeah, I feel like it made them realize how much they actually love you. Let me see what's affecting this connection. The Four of Cups, you were both holding on to each other. So I have to feel like this is likely someone from your past. You were both holding on to each other. You wanted to end the conflict between the two of you, which does look like that's happening, because I can see there was a lot of conflict and it got really nasty, but that's over. And the person that's in your energy, I feel like there was some communication between you and them that made them view this connection very differently. And I do feel that, I feel like you both were holding on to each other. You weren't letting go, energetically anyway. I do see an ending that happened, but energetically you still were thinking about each other. Let me see your outcome. Page of Wands in the reverse. There's a new beginning that's trying to happen. There's something to do with this person being very impatient with that. You're looking for this to happen. I feel like you love them, they love you, but something here is slowing this down, and we will look at that. There's also some things that need to be communicated or talked about as well. So that could be part of the problem. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. This is underlying energy, and this does indicate, Pisces, that there is some truthful communication that is coming in. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Four of Wands in reverse for Pisces? Yeah, again, Four of Wands reversed and the Page of Cups. You may have even gone with somebody else. There's an indication for some of you that you were dating someone else, but really for most of you, I do feel like there was some reaching out, and it was done in a tender way. It was done in a way that was truthful but sweet. You know, the Page of Cups is a very sweet energy. You may feel that this person owed you an apology, or maybe that you owed them an apology, but I do see that there was some communication. It was honest. It was authentic. That's the word I'm looking for. There was some very sweet, authentic communication between you and this person. Let me see why the Five of Swords is in the reverse for Pisces. Show me. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. You were willing to wait for love. You were very patient with regard to love. If you did meet somebody new, that person could still be orbiting your energy, but I feel like that's not the person that you're wanting, you know, you would have wanted to be with. Your heart was really in resolving the conflict with this person. But I also feel like, you know, you feel that you've invested pretty heavily. So you're going to hold back your emotions. I see the communication. I see you, you know, very small amount of emotion taking place. But as far as you running in to this connection again, I feel like you're holding back. You're being patient. Let me look at let me see the bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for Pisces. Yeah, Queen of Wands reversed and the Knight of Pentacles. So you're moving slowly towards this new beginning here, but I feel like you're not jumping into it. There's an energy of you holding back, and you know, I don't see you as being unkind. I see you actually being very truthful, very sweet, but not jumping into this. There's this energy here of holding back action, holding back emotionally, deciding that, you know, you're going to move towards this. It's going to organically move, but it has to be stable, because I do see that this ended and there was a lot of instability here. There was a lot of arguing. It got very nasty. So this is why you're not just jumping into this. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's moving forward, but it's moving forward at a very slow and steady, you know, pace. So let me look at their energy, because I feel like they're very impatient. They want to move this forward faster. Let me see why the Hangman is in reverse for the person in Pisces energy. Wow, this person is so focused on you. Show me. There we go. Okay, so we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Five of Wands reversed, and the King of Cups. Yeah, they're very focused on you. They definitely also want to end the conflict. So I definitely think there was a lot of conflict here. But I feel that this person was holding back. They were holding back communication. The conflict could have been over some untruthful communication that took place, and it would have been on this person's side. I do feel like there was a gap in the communication for quite some time. And also, this person is realizing that no one compares to you, Pisces. Like you, in this person's heart, you have, you know, taken their heart. Like you're held above all others. They're basically saying no one compares to you. And this is why they are very, very fixated on you. And let me see the Queen of Cups. Show me the Queen of Cups. This person is definitely trying to get balance in their life. And it looks like they're doing a good, yeah, there we go. Two of Coins. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job. Ace of Wands. Yeah, they've weighed up the pros and cons of having a new beginning with you. And it's like this person is definitely all in. They want to balance out this connection. They want this new beginning. Like I said, no one compares to you. Let me see why the Three of Wands is in reverse. Why is the Three of Wands in reverse? Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Two of Cups. All right, so yeah, this person could be suspicious that you have someone else. They feel like you are their soulmate. This person, it's almost like a possessiveness. This person is saying, you know, you should be with me. You are my soulmate. But there's a sense here of, you know, kind of a little bit of, you know, suspicion. And I do feel like you're both kind of saying, you know, look, and it might be because there was somebody new in your energy after the ending of this connection. That could be. But they're suspicious. They're suspicious that, you know, there could be someone else. This person is so hyper-fixated on you. And I feel like that would be devastating to them. I don't see anyone new in your energy, though. You're moving forward with this person. You're just moving slowly. And maybe that's what's causing them to say, wait, what's going on here? Because they definitely want to move faster than you do. So let me see the King of Swords. Show me the energy between Pisces and this person. Knight of Wands and the King of Wands reverse. So were you believing that this person was a player, that they were dishonest? Because I'm seeing that energy. I'm seeing that in the past this person was dishonest. That's what caused the conflict that happened between the two of you. I feel like there was a lot of on and off energy, and I feel like you kind of viewed this person as being somebody who was a player. Yeah, King of Wands in the reverse can be a player. And I have to be honest with you, I'm seeing the same thing, but that's done. I don't see it happening now, although they're suspicious that you might have someone else. This person does have a tendency to be a little bit sneaky, though. And I do feel that you may have told this person, look, you owe me an apology for the way things ended. You owe me an apology for being untruthful with me or being a player here. I feel like this person kept silent for quite some time too. So let me see. Show me the Four of Cups. Wow. Okay. All right. So we have the Ten of Cups reversed, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands reversed. So yeah, there was a period there where the two of you were not speaking. There was silence. Both of you had kind of pulled away, but now both of you were also healing at that time as well. And I do feel like you were investing in yourself because you were very unhappy. There's a part of you, Pisces, that was saying, okay, I'm not going to contact this person. I'm going to invest in myself. You may have tried dating other people here. But at this point, I feel like you were like, none of this is making me happy, you know? You were very unhappy, and you never fully like gave up on this connection. But I do see the gap in the communication. I see where you kind of pulled back sharply and you were healing yourself. You weren't talking with this person. You weren't expressing yourself to this person. The person that's in your energy, they could have, I have to be honest with you, this person could have chosen passion over love, but they were still very focused on you. And there's an energy here that this person may have been juggling you and someone else prior to this ending, because there is some sneaky behavior that is here. Or they could have, in their mind, been juggling you and, you know, sexual connections. Because I'm telling you, neither of you were fully let go of the other person energetically, but physically there was a gap here. This person has made a decision that the lifestyle they were living was unsuccessful. And they've weighed up the pros and cons. They were thinking about you constantly. They weighed up the pros and cons and they were like, no, the way I'm living right now isn't good for me. It doesn't make me happy. And they decided that they wanted this new beginning, but they want it yesterday. And I feel like you're kind of slowing that down. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome. They could have somebody from their past that's trying to reach out to them. If so, I feel like this person has already decided that that is not where their future is. All right, so we have the 10 of Coins. We have the Chariot reversed, 10 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands in the reverse again. So yeah, this was a painful situation for both of you. It ended very painfully, and I feel like neither of you quite moved on from the other. You might live at a distance from this person. That could be creating some issues for you, but I do feel that you're moving away from a ending that was extremely painful, not just for you, but for them as well. And I feel like you're slowly moving back towards this new beginning. However, you're not going to jump into anything quickly. I definitely don't see that happening. I feel like you're kind of slowing the roll. I feel like you're thinking about things from a long-term perspective. I do think that you are moving towards this person slowly but surely. And I do feel that you feel that the two of you could have everything here. There's family, there's loyalty, there's, you know, the finances and money, but you're not going to jump into anything at all. Now, the person that's in your energy, be careful, because they could be having somebody from their past reaching out to them. They might not want to tell you that because they may feel that it's going to kind of put a block in these plans because you're cautious. And they want to just jump into something. They're tired of waiting, but you're being very cautious. So they could, if there is somebody reaching out to them, and that's not for everybody, but for those of you that it is, this person might conceal that from you. But I definitely feel like they want to bring this together. They want to move a little faster than you do, because it's like they made up their mind and now that's the way it's going to be. Whereas in your energy, you're like, no, we're going to move very slowly here. There's some things that aren't being talked about that has to do with the ending and the way things ended, possible feelings of betrayal. And that's still stuck in both of your energies. And so there are some conversations that do need to be had. So I think you're doing the right thing here. Now, the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. You could be dealing with a Taurus. I see Cancer sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and I've already mentioned the others. There is strong Gemini, very strong water sign energy as well. But with the Hierophant as an underlying energy, that indicates that, you know, this is moving towards commitment. So I definitely feel like you're moving in that direction, but you're not in a big rush. And they kind of are. So, you know, they're going to have to slow their roll a little bit. All right, let's pull an oracle card. Pulling for Pisces. Pulling for Pisces. Yeah, and this says it all. Steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So there's steady progress that's happening in this. I think you're doing fine here, Pisces. If this is something that you want, just make sure that this person is on the up and up. Move slowly, move steadily, and just enjoy the ride. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, Pisces, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Pisces, know that you are loved, and namaste.